Hey everyone, it's Chef Jeremy over here. I'm just going to show you how to make a delicious sweet dough. It is the dough we're going to be using for our cinnamon rolls that we're making. I'm going to do it by hand today, just in my bowl with my spoon. The first thing I'm going to get into my bowl is my liquid. So I'm going in with 1 cup of milk over here. And I like to get in my sugar as well. So I've got a ½ cup of sugar and I'm just sprinkling that into the milk. The sugar adds sweetness to the dough, but it also gives that yeast a little bit of food to eat so that that yeast will be really active over here. Once I get that sugar in, I'll go in and I like to just sprinkle my yeast over the top. And the last thing I'm going in with right now is just 1 egg. And I'm going in for the single-handed egg crack. And then I'll just give this a little stir over here. And I stir until it's nice and well combined. There's still a little yolkiness in there. I'm not concerned about the yolkiness. I know that as I add my flour and break the dough down, it'll come together. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding that flour. If your yeast is old or you're not sure if it's still good, you'll wanna give it about 10 minutes to sit and see if it bubbles up a little bit. I'm going in with my flour and I got 450 grams of flour here. I've reserved a ½ cup of my flour just for dusting flour in the future. And I like to just go ahead, get all that flour in, and then I go in with my salt. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and work this dough together. And as far as doughs go, this dough is a soft dough, so it usually will stick to your hands quite a bit. And so I've just stirred this dough until it's come together in a ball. Pick up is the technical term for it. But I'm gonna go in and just knead this a few times. And I don't wanna add any additional flour to it. Adding additional flour will make the dough a little bit tougher over here. And so as your dough comes together, I like to knead it in the bowl at first, just so I get all that flour off the bowl. And then I'll give it a few seconds on the countertop over here just to knead it. And we don't have to knead a ton. When I knead, I like to press it forward, rotate my dough, fold it in half, and press it again. After that minute or two of kneading, I'm gonna start incorporating my butter. It's gonna get a little messy, so if you wanna put on gloves, you can. I like to do it 1 cube at a time, and I'll just fold and repeat that kneading method. And the dough is gonna start getting sticky. Don't use more flour. If it gets sticky to the point that it's sticking to your work surface, you can put it back in that bowl, work it in that bowl. And as I'm doing this, you'll notice my butter is extremely soft and spreadable, and that helps incorporate it. If you do this with hard butter, it will not incorporate well at all. With my dough here, I've been working it for a few minutes. Most of that butter is incorporated, but there's a big mess on my table. And so I just like to use my bench scraper and scrape that all into my pile. It is a really soft dough, so it is sticky. It is a little bit webby on the outside, but as I move it, the dough is becoming more elastic. It's looking really nice over here. So I'm not seeing butter streakiness. I'm seeing a dough that has a lot of butter incorporated into it. And then we'll get it into our container to rest. And so I like any square container to rest my dough in, whether it's a square Tupperware, square anything. We're gonna roll this out into a rectangle as we turn it into our cinnamon rolls. So the square will help you get on the right track. So I'm gonna go ahead, spray my tin over here, just with a little cooking spray. You could spread a little bit of oil on here as well. And then I'll drop in my dough and just kind of press it to kind of help form it into that rectangular shape. What you're looking for size-wise is just something that is about 3 times the size, because this will rise a little bit as it sits. I'll cover it with a little plastic wrap and I'll set this in my refrigerator to chill overnight. Tomorrow it'll be ready to roll out, look super delicious. That chilled butter will make this dough less sticky, easier to roll out, and it'll be absolutely phenomenal tomorrow. That is how you make your sweet dough over here. Enjoy.